Ethan Miller always believed success had a deadline. Growing up in a small Ohio apartment, he watched his parents struggle, arguing over money and sacrificing their dreams just to get by. Ethan made a promise to himself. "I will never live like this." That promise became his fuel, but slowly, it also became his prison. By 32, Ethan had everything people admired: a senior role at a fast-growing tech firm in Chicago, a glass-walled office, and a salary that turned heads. His calendar was booked solid for weeks. People said he was going places. But at home, the silence was deafening. His wife, Laura, used to wait up for him, keeping dinner warm in the oven. She'd ask about his day, listen to his stories, and laugh at his jokes. But over time, she stopped waiting. Dinner moved to the fridge. Conversations dwindled to simple updates. Their daughter, Mia, once ran to the door the moment she heard his keys. Now, she barely looked up from her coloring book. Ethan noticed, but not enough to change. "I'm doing this for us," he'd tell himself. Just a few more years. One evening, Laura asked if he could come home early the next Friday. Mia had her first school performance. "I'll try," Ethan said, his eyes already glued to emails on his phone. Friday came, and with it, a crisis at work. A major client threatened to pull out. Meetings stacked up one after another. By the time Ethan finally looked at the clock, it was 8:47 p.m. The performance had ended hours ago. When he got home, Mia was asleep. Laura sat on the couch, her eyes tired, her face unreadable. "She kept looking for you," she said quietly. "Every single song." A wave of guilt hit Ethan, but it was quickly drowned by exhaustion. "I can't keep choosing between my job and everything else," he snapped. "This is our future." Laura didn't argue, she just nodded, and that scared him more than any fight ever could. Weeks turned into months. Ethan missed birthdays, anniversaries, and Sunday breakfasts. He sent expensive gifts as apologies. Voice notes from airports replaced his presence. One night, while packing for another business trip, Mia asked, "Daddy, do you live at the office now?" He laughed it off, but Laura didn't. The next morning, she handed him an envelope. Inside was a letter clear and devastating. She wasn't leaving because she'd stopped loving him. She was leaving because she felt invisible. Because Mia was growing up with a father who was never there. Because waiting had become lonelier than being alone. She and Mia were going to stay with her sister. There was no drama, no accusations, just space. Ethan stood in the doorway long after they left, the house suddenly feeling empty, even though it was full of all the things he'd worked so hard to buy. Work became his refuge again. He stayed later, took on more projects, and told himself he didn't feel the ache in his chest. Then one afternoon, his body forced him to listen. During a big presentation, the room started to spin. His chest tightened. Goyepsit. The hospital room was quiet except for the steady beep of machines. The doctor said it wasn't a heart attack, but it was close. Stress. Burnout. It was a warning. Your body is asking for a different life, the doctor told him. You should listen. Ethan checked his phone. Dozens of work messages flooded his screen. And then he saw one from Laura. "Is he okay?" That was it. No anger, No blame, just concern. In that moment, something inside him broke and began to heal. He requested an extended leave from work. For the first time in years, Ethan went home during daylight. He drove to Laura's sister's house with no speech prepared. "I don't know how to fix this," he said, his voice raw. "But I know I don't want to keep losing you." Laura didn't answer right away. Mia peeked out from behind her. "Can you stay for dinner?" Laura asked softly. That was the beginning. Ethan started therapy. He learned to say no at work. He discovered that being present was a skill, not something you did with leftover time. He started walking Mia to school, burning pancakes on Saturday mornings, and sitting through quiet evenings without once checking his phone. Progress was slow. Rebuilding trust took time. But one night, while watching a movie, Mia fell asleep on his shoulder. Ethan didn't move for an hour. He had chased success, thinking it would give his family everything they could ever want. But he finally realized that what they needed most was just him. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to Tylee Studio for more USA trending stories about family, relationships, and real-life lessons that matter.